Hi everybody. We're going to be without Rachel today. She had some technical issues, and so it's just me and you guys. So hopefully you guys can log on soon, ask me questions, talk to me, all that good stuff. Today's tea talk, since Rachel is not here, we've had a couple of options or choices, I'm not really sure how to phrase it, of topics that we can talk about or that we should talk about. But with me doing this by myself, I thought, you know what, I'm going to do something a little different. It's a little different for Tea Talk, but it's not really different for my Instagram page and my YouTube. I talk a lot about wellness, a lot about self-care, wellness, the whole wellness umbrella, emotional, fitness, physical, mental health, the whole thing under the wellness umbrella. And some of the things that my daughter and I talk about often is getting enough rest, getting enough sleep, and sometimes it's really, really hard to do. Also, while I wasn't the biggest fan of journaling because I just felt like that was just another task I had to do, it's actually been quite opposite. It's actually been very thought-provoking. It's been something that it's almost like I'm venting, or I'm excited about something and I'm sharing the news, I'm venting about something bad, I'm maybe, writing about something that I want to do, something that didn't go well and how I could have done it differently. It's kind of everything. And I like that. And I like being able to go back and look at that and look to see, well, what did I do last week or what did I do last month? So with that said, the journal that I have been using for a little more than a year now is the day-by-day journal. And this is my old one. So I'm not going to open up the pages because they're not blank and you don't need to see that. But in the front of the journal, she has examples of how to fill it out. And it's extremely easy. It is so easy. It's just answering some questions. So let me put my glasses back on. So you write in the date. Are you filling this out in daytime, nighttime? As soon as you get up, as soon as you go to bed. If you do it before bed, you can talk about the day's events. If you do it in the morning, you can talk about, you can write about what you plan to do and your goals. And then the next day you can, let your journal know what you've accomplished. It has your energy level. So this is the energy level. So I think it's 5 little boxes. So you just fill it in. I usually just scribble. And then it has how am I feeling? So basically it's kind of like when you go to the doctor, are you happy? Are you sad? Are you, 1 to 3, what is your pain level? That kind of thing. So it has the frowny face, the I don't care face, the happy face, the excitement face. And I usually just circle one of the ones that I am feeling. And then the next section right here is the I am grateful for. Now, this has been pretty eye-opening for me, and it's also helped my positivity. It's helped me tremendously. So I am grateful for this one. Her example is spending time with my loved ones, my health and well-being, the roof over my head. In general, mine has been my husband, my family, my home, my health. I'm feeling confident, more confident every day. I'm feeling stronger every day, whatever it is that I'm feeling. So I kind of like that. You don't really have to write a dissertation. You don't have to write a big essay. You can just answer the question. It can be one word. It can be a whole sentence. It doesn't matter. It's your journal. No one's going to see it but you. Then the next section is 3 intentional goals to make my day great, or 3 highlights of the day, depending on when you're filling this out. So my intentional goals are typically go to Pilates, get something done around the house, whether it's laundry, cutting the grass, whatever, I'll write down the 2 or 3 things that I have going. And then the daily affirmations, when I was younger, I used to say, I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And And I still say that. I still say it. I think it sounds good. But I add more to it now. So I like to do my affirmations. It makes me feel really good. And on the other page, now mind you, each day is on one section. So you don't have to turn the page like I just did. These are examples. Then on the other side, it has, usually it's a quote. And this one's by George Eliot. It's never too late to be what you might have been. Love that. And then this is what this looks like. And then these are blank. And you can write a word, you can write a sentence, you can write a phrase, you can write a quote, you can leave it blank. You can, down here, you can draw something. This is blank. I think it's little squares like, yeah, it's blank. So you can actually draw things, doodle, is it doodle? Doodle. And maybe even create your grocery list, your to-do list. So this is completely empty. Now, I rarely put anything down here. And this up here is typically, I typically only fill up maybe half of it. And I love this. I absolutely love this. If you're interested in this type of journal, let me know and I can send you the link. This is not sponsored. I don't get a kickback or anything, but right now I just can't say her name. But it has the morning prompts, the self-reflection prompts, healing prompts, productivity prompts, self-discovery. This has just been a phenomenal one. And I'm on my third or fourth one. So these are 6 months. So I guess I'm on my third one. And then there are different kinds of journals, which I had no idea. I picked up this one because I really liked the cover. I liked the mindfulness journal. I really liked it. But this has a lot of stuff in it. I mean, it's a lot. I don't think I'm ready for anything like this, but I opened it up and I'm getting all of these pages, and it's a lot. So it actually, when I say it gives you prompts, it gives you, let me see if I can find one real quick. Oh, that's not it. Okay, mindful eating meditation. It kind of gives you, remove yourself from anything that could distract your attention for the next few minutes. Sit down with a piece of chocolate on a plate in front of you. Well, I kind of like this page. And then on the next one, it has your weekly meal plan. So you can put your weekly meal plan there. And if that's something you're into, I'm not into the weekly meal plan thing. And then what was the other thing? Let's see. 4 ways to rewild yourself. So basically this is focus on something that you see every day, a tree, a squirrel, flower, or bird. Note how it transforms as time passes. These are really good. This is a really good journal. It's thought-provoking. It really helps you. It really guides you into reaching in and answering the questions, reflecting a little bit more. So I really do like that. There was one in here, and I can't find it right now, but it was go for a walk. And basically, actually, this is it. Draw nature. So on the previous page, it says go for a walk, see what you notice, write it down, draw a picture of it. And like I said, I like the idea of this, but from where I'm at mentally, this is a lot for me. But again, it might be perfect for you. And then, oh, thank you. So this is from my friend's store in the Heights that I took you to. And everything is from her, actually. The necklace, the bracelet, the watch is from you. And the ring, everything is from her store. So she sold her store, her company, because she's having some major health issues. She is pregnant. She's due, I think, any day now. But she's having 2 different medical issues that are pretty serious. And so she's had to step away from her own business. I mean, how hard is that? But I met the woman who bought her store, and she seems lovely. I haven't seen her work yet, but I will definitely be back and check it out. So thank you. Thank you very much. That's probably more than what you wanted to know, right? Okay, the next one is spiral bound, which I know a lot of people really like that because you can actually flip it over and it seems easier for a lot of people. Excuse me. What I liked about this, let me see if I can find a page. Here we go. It is very similar to my day by day. It has the, how am I feeling today? Affirmations, focus, what am I grateful for? Self-care and mindfulness activities. And that's a little bit more detailed. Let's see. How am I feeling today? Okay. Yeah, that's okay. So it's only one page per day as opposed to my day by day is 2 pages. So this is another one I really, really like because it's short, it's to the point, and I don't feel bad if I don't write a bunch of words. So this is a good one. I like this. And I think this is one that my daughter bought me and gave me, and I've already used, when she gave it to me, I used it, and then I stopped using it. So she gave this to me, I think for Christmas 2024. And I know that because my first, it was Christmas, because the first time I wrote in it looks like February 2nd, 2025. So, and I like this. I do like this. It does do, so you have well, let's not show you one that I wrote in. Let's go to one that's blank. Okay. So I like this one because on one page, it's all morning. And then on the next page, it's all evening. So I like that because it's organized. It's very quick. So the morning when you have your goal today, I will spend X amount of hours off screen. So no electronics, no cell phone, no iPad, no TV, nothing. Now I'm curious regarding that. I don't consider ebooks as electronic. I know the whole E stands for electronic, but it's something that I don't always read a physical book because typically I'll start a book when I'm driving to Fort Worth, or I'll start a book when I'm taking a bath, or I want to just lay with my eyes closed in the, lie on the hammock or something in the backyard. And obviously I don't want to read because I'm squinting. I can't see. I got the sun. It's just a whole thing. So I do like to listen to ebooks. And so I don't really put that in the same family. I don't know. You guys probably disagree. I don't blame you. So I think staring at a screen actively is electronics and screen time. That's true. That's a good way of putting it. I like that. So then it has daily off-screen planner over here. So this is the morning. So it wants you to explore. It wants you to set a time and explore, write down what you saw. I saw a squirrel, chasing a dog, or a dog chasing a squirrel. I don't know. It could be the other way around. Who did you meet? What kind of movement? Did you do anything creative? Learn, reflect. And I like this one. In the evening side, it actually asks you how many hours you spent off screen. So it's actually what your goal was the morning. And then evening is, well, what did you wind up doing? What I enjoyed most from my off-screen time. So it's asking you on the next page, because this is morning, this is evening. It's asking you on the next page what you did, what the challenges were. So I think for me, like if I'm expecting emails or I'm expecting something, for me, it would be a challenge. Like, I just want to check it real quick. That might be a challenge. My overall mood today, you just check off one of the boxes. That's easy. And then final thoughts for the day. So I like that. And here's the cover. So I like that. It is from Insights. I'll show you the back. It's from Insights. So this one and my day by day are probably my top ones. And then I do like that one. The one that I don't think I'm ready for is that whole mindfulness journal. That was a little much for me, but it might be perfect for you. My path, my journey into mental health, emotional health, and physical, the whole wellness journey, that's my journey and it's my path. And it may not be the same path for you. You may need a completely different path. We may not even meet up on the same kind of path. But it's important to know that this is not a competition. It's not a race. It's not a comparison game. It's all you. It's definitely all you. So that's why journals are kind of nice, because if you can find one that kind of enhances or maybe makes you think about what you want to do, how you want to do it, or it's a good reminder. This was important for me. It's a good reminder that you are better than what you thought you were. So like I might wake up tomorrow and think, oh gosh, I didn't get anything done today. I didn't do anything yesterday. I forgot to do XYZ. And then I look in the journal and it's like, oh, I did do that. I did go to Costco. I did, put away my clothes. I did do my Pilates. So sometimes we don't remember what we did the day before or the week before. And so it's kind of nice, you're not the slacker that you think you are. So that is something that I think is very important. It is your own journey. It's your own thing. Just because you have tried one journal doesn't mean you don't like journaling. It just means that you haven't found the journal that fits your personality and your needs. And your needs may change. This journal may be the journal for me in 5 years or 3 years or 6 months. This may be the journal I need to go to next. So it's a very personal journey. So keep that in mind. The other thing that I wanted to talk about and share with you guys is some books that I actually have on my nightstand. I used to have these in my guest room because I always thought it would be nice if, when people stay over, they may not have seen or heard of these books before and they may enjoy reading it. They're very quick reads. It's not a week-long book or a month-long book. Very quick. They're positive. They really, I think they're extremely positive. So the first one, which I think is the smallest one, the first one is The Prayer of Jabez. It is by Bruce Wilkinson. I have a few from him. So The Prayer of Jabez, Breaking Through to the Blessed Life. So again, Bruce Wilkinson. I've had this book, 20 years. I'm not even sure. And whenever I'm feeling melancholy, sometimes negative, this is definitely a good book for me to read when I'm in that mindset. So I did move these from the guest room into my bedroom. Now, if you want something that's positive, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard this one from Randy Pausch, The Last Lecture. This is a very good book. I really enjoy the story a lot. Really enjoy the story. And I don't know if I want to tell you what they're exactly about because they're so short. And I don't want to give it away. The next Bruce Wilkinson one is The Dream Giver. So I really, really like The Dream Giver. It was not anything that I thought it was going to be. It was nothing what I thought it was going to be. So I'm really glad nobody told me what it was about. I'm really glad. Are you living your dream or just living your life? That's on the back. So I like that. Are you living your dream or are you just living your life? I mean, wow. So I'll just read the back of the book. Welcome to a little story about a very big idea. This compelling modern-day parable tells the story of Ordinary, who dares to leave the land of familiar to pursue his big dream. You too have been given a big dream. One that can change your life, one that the dream giver wants you to achieve. Does your big dream seem hopelessly out of reach? Are you waiting for something or someone to make your dream happen? Then you're ready for the dream giver. So it is really, really inspiring. When I first read this, and this is probably a good 20 years old too, maybe even 30 years old. When I first read this, I was truly shocked at just the message. And I came away with this going, man, I can take on the world, not in a way that I'm going to go out there and become president or CEO of a company, but I it was just a very positive book. I cannot recommend this one enough. It's a good one. And I'll leave all of these in the description, their titles and author's name. And then the next one, we just did this in our book, my book group. And I don't know how long I've had this. This is another one that I've had forever. Wow, the paper is really old. So, oh goodness. The Traveler's Gift by Andy Andrews. It's another very good, very positive book. So, 7 decisions that determine personal success. So this is very good. I recommend. So these are 4. I thought I had 5. I don't know. I'll have to look. But these are 4 of the books that I like to keep out. And I don't really read them from front to back anymore because I have read these so many times. But a lot of times I'll just open it up to a section and I just kind of maybe read that page or something. And they're very short. These are short. You can read them in a day. You know, one of the things that I've been posting about on Instagram is sleep, getting rest. And this is perfect. It's not, so I read, I don't know why I'm whispering. I read a lot of psychological thrillers. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I love them. I just think they're fantastic. So to go from reading a psychological thriller to, you know, something like this is a little, it's a little weird. But when you go to bed at night, or if you need something to entice you to get away from your electronics, turn everything off, mute everything, you know, maybe get into bed or get into your soft, plush, cozy chair in the corner, put your feet up, put a blanket on, or in my case, don't put a blanket on because I'm always hot, and grab a book. Relax. You are going to be going to bed in a positive mindset because these are going to leave you feeling really good. They're going to make you feel good. So these are really good to go to bed, start your wind down ritual. So try that. And then also with winding down and nighttime routines, here we go. No, that's not it. So I like to take, most people are really short on magnesium. And I take magnesium glycinate, and I don't have the bottle in front of me, so I can't show it to you. But I take magnesium glycinate for, it helps to relax your mind. It just helps you to just kind of wind down. And I swear, I think it works. It may be a placebo effect, but it doesn't work for me every single night. I do still have maybe a night here and there that I don't sleep well, but more often than not, it works very well. And for me to sleep, have a really couple of good nights of sleep and rest a week is phenomenal. So magnesium glycinate, highly recommend it. Check the dosage because there's different milligrams. There's different needs that you may need. I don't know how it works. But I do recommend, because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I am not anything that's degreed to tell you what to take and what not to take. So I encourage you to research yourself, my magnesium glycinate, and talk to your doctor, talk to your, medical professional, and make sure it's something that is good for you. But that's what it's for. It's fantastic. And then there's magnesium citrate. So magnesium glycinate, I take at night, about an hour before I go to bed. A lot of times I forget and I don't take it until I'm going to bed. But magnesium citrate is for morning. You don't want to take that one at night. So the morning one helps with energy production. It helps keep you regular. So it promotes regularity. And I need that. Not that you guys really needed to know that. TMI, right? So that is something that you might want to check into and see if it'll work for you. If you're having any type of issue with energy or regularity, magnesium citrate's good for that. And if you need a more restful night of sleep, check into magnesium glycinate. And don't forget to talk to your physician. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is these are both, I think they're both magnesium. Yes, they are. I thought they were. So I got this in my FabFit Fun box. It is Magnesium Ease, and it's just supposed to support, promote relaxation, just, a calmness. And I can't remember if this has lavender in it or not. Okay, hold on. Yes. So it has magnesium and some lavender in it, and it's not real strong because I cannot do strong lavender. I will start coughing and sneezing, and I might start coughing and sneezing anyway because I think I sprayed some of that in my mouth. But this is really, really good stuff. So if you can find this, it's NUE, and I've never heard of this. I don't really know much about it other than it came in my FabFit Fun box. But I love this. So I spray it on my pillow. I don't spray it on my pillow right before I go to bed, though. I mean, I spray it maybe in the morning. I don't know if my husband makes the bed, so he may have noticed that, wow, this smells really good on this side of the bed. But check that one out. And then Crucial 4, which I buy a lot of their vitamins, and I have been trying their powder products. The pearls, fantastic. I'm not a fan of some of the other ones. So if you want more information, we can talk offline. The Crucial 4 M Release, this is, it's also obviously magnesium. It's pure and potent magnesium spray, and it's crafted for deep relaxation and recovery. And this is something else that is really good. I really like this too. Oh, that really got in my throat. Hold on. So, try something with a little bit of lavender, some magnesium to help promote your relaxation, helps with your wellness. And then my favorite thing to do, I'm a big lotion girl. I love my lotion. So I really like Hahava. So I have a couple of things I want to say about Hahava. After I take a bath, so my ritual to wind down and kind of start my wind down, relaxing, getting the day's events out of my head, the stresses of the day, whatever it is that's going on. I take a bath, I do my skincare, I then put the nourishing foot cream from Hahava on my feet, mainly my heels, but it goes on my feet. And then I put my little fluffy socks on. And then I love the hand cream. So these stay by my bed so I can, do this on my hands, put some on my elbows, and just whatever's left on my hands, I just kind of spread it all over, because I don't just put a dot of this on, which is really all you need. I just tend to squirt this baby, and next thing you know, I've got a bunch of lotion on. So I wind up doing more than just my hands. But these two are really, really nice. This is a splurge thing. This is not a necessity. This is not, you got to have this. This is going to change your entire life. It's not that. This is a splurge. So definitely check into their foot and their hand lotions. They're really nice. That is that. So once my skincare and my bath is over and I've done the lotion, I've sprayed things down, I don't grab a book right now. I'm not grabbing a physical book because I will sometimes put my red and blue light thing on my face. And that's my time to turn on that audiobook, close my eyes, put it on my face, lie there, and just relax for however long I set the timer for. And that's why I like the ebook so much, because I can hear my book and relax with the red light on my face. Then I try to do that as often as I can. I've gotten out of the habit of doing that as much as I used to. I need to get back into it. The other thing I do is I'll get into bed, and sometimes there's a couple of things, interviews or stories or something that I want to listen to on YouTube. I will, listen to a couple. I don't typically listen to them all the way through. And then I'll put on my ebook, or if there's a calming story on YouTube, then I'll put that on. I like putting the calming stories from YouTube on because it's not a book to where I'm like, oh my God, what happened? What I don't know what happened. It's not, so I don't miss out on anything if I fall asleep, and typically I do. But I do like listening to something in very low voice, low sound, and just relaxing into my pillow. So that is mainly why I really love ebooks so much. And that's kind of my ritual. That's what I do. That's what works for me. And like I said at the very beginning, I wasn't typically a journal person, but when you find the right journal, and there might be several different types that you like, there might be one that speaks to you on this particular day, but maybe next week or next month or next year, you need something a little bit more intense, a little bit more spiritual, or what have you. That reminds me, I also have a spiritual coloring book. So I've been coloring in that. I think I spent Saturday or Sunday in the evening coloring in it for a little while, and that was really nice. That's a lot of fun. So that's kind of where I wanted to bring you guys today. This isn't a full-blown conversation like we normally do, but with me posting so much about sleep and wellness, I thought, you know what, I'm going to just talk about this tonight, share it with you, what works for me, what I do, share with you a couple of the different journals. And just so you know, there is no perfect one way of taking care of yourself. You don't need to try to mimic what I do, because you may be on a different path. You may have different criteria. You may have just a complete different situation. So I don't go do what I do, but if you need some ideas, definitely take some of the things that I do and see how it can apply to your life and how it will fit into your life, your schedule. And then there are more affordable foot and hand creams out there. I promise there are some really good ones. I can't think of any of them right now, but there are some really good ones. I will go in my bathroom because I do have the other ones, and I will share that brand with you as well. But and then magnesium, the citrate for morning, the magnesium glycinate for night. Definitely talk to your healthcare provider, whoever it is that you trust with your health and your nutrition. Definitely talk to them and see what you need and if that will work for you. And that's pretty much it. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, and I hope this was informative. I hope you learned something. I hope it was inspiring, especially the books. I hope that you may look into one or all of these, and if I find that fifth one, I'll let you know. And like I said, I'll have the titles in the description at the bottom. And that's it for me. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. And we did do a tea talk last week, by the way. We did do one, and it was about skincare. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but I pressed, post, because that's an option when you're done. And it just kind of sat there. And when I did it again, it was gone. So I can't find it. Normally my stories are automatically saved. It's not even in my auto saved part of Instagram. So that tea talk from last week is gone. It's gone. So I do want to redo that video again for you guys. I think it was very informative. So I definitely want to do that one again. So Rachel, be prepared for that. And I want to talk about the supplements, especially the supplements. So that'll be the main thing: supplements for your skin, your hair, your health. And we'll see what she's got next week, if she can do it next week or the week after. What was the other thing? We did do a tea talk. Oh, if you want me or us to discuss anything, if there's something going on in your life and you don't know how to handle it, you have questions, you want ideas, you want whatever the topic is or the question you have, if there's anything that you would like us to discuss without using your name, we'll keep it just it'll be just us, and we won't use your name. We will talk like it's us, so that way nobody will know. But definitely, if you need anything or if you want to be a part of this, just reach out to me. Let me know. You can send me an instant message. You can comment, whatever's easier for you, whatever makes you feel comfortable. But in the meantime, we will see you next week. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you learned something, and have a great night. See you next week. Bye. Hopefully this will post. Let's see. Oh, please post.